And we are live. Welcome to the process. It is Thursday, February 9th. I am Josh Engleman, here to break down just a 4-game NBA slate. And let's be clear here, breaking this one down at 6:30 on trade deadline is basically useless. So we're going to talk quickly. We're not going to spend too much time actually going through these rotations today because they're bound to change by the time we get to lock tonight. Hit that like button, though, if you're here. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Trade deadline show coming up later today. That will be at 1:30. Reminder, dental procedure coming up. I got to be there for 8:45. So I got to be there in a little over 2 hours. I'm going under for it. I have no idea how I'm going to feel at 1:30. I have no idea if my face is going to be swollen. It's going to be legit, but I'm pushing through it. Little did we know, the NBA got off to a bit of a start on me yesterday. I kind of wish that I would have went live at 1:30 in the morning last night, thinking that the Russell Westbrook trade to Utah with Jared Vanderbilt and D'Angelo Russell and Malik Beasley going to the Lakers and Mike Conley going to the Wolves. I was just like, okay, that's an interesting trade package. Like, the Lakers very, very, very clearly got better, and I think won that trade. Good trade just in general for everybody, I guess. But that was not the big news. The big news Josh Hart traded to the Knicks for Cam Reddish and Svi Mikhailiuk and somebody else, and it doesn't matter. I'm just kidding. But very interesting trade for the Knicks there. I thought Josh Hart was going to end up on a team that needed him to start and not just as a bench piece. But I don't know. Great pickup by the Knicks. I like it. I'm a big Josh Hart guy. I guess, yeah, so I wake up at 5 a.m. every day so that I can get prepped for this show. I went downstairs. I did a little bit of cleaning up in the kitchen from dinner last night because I wanted to make sure I was getting the blood flowing. I can't drink any coffee this morning. I'm really unhappy about it. I started listening to like the first 20 minutes of the Nate Duncan and Danny LaRue recap pod on the Westbrook trade. And finally, I came upstairs, I sat down, and I looked to my right, and I saw on my Twitter thing, I think it was Bobby Marks's like breakdown of the Kevin Durant trade to Phoenix, and I was just like, holy sugar. I did not realize that had happened. And I immediately stopped what I was doing and went and checked out that they traded Durant to Phoenix for Bridges and Crowder and Cam Johnson and a boatload of picks. Phoenix plays today. Wild stuff. Yeah, I saw the video of Brunson and Hart. That's awesome. I'm a huge Villanova supporter. I spent a lot of time there when I was in college. One of my best friends, my best friend, the best man in my wedding, was the captain of the Villanova rugby team. So I ended up spending so much time at Villanova. It was about an hour drive for me. So I had a lot of time spent there. Anyway, Durant, I guess we'll go through this one quickly, and then we're going to zip through this slate. I got to break down these 4 games. I got to record a prize picks video, and then I got to get out of here and go get this stuff done. By the way, if you're not tailing my prize picks videos on our Odd Shopper channel, I went 5-0 yesterday. That's 10x your entry fee if you do it. So hope you're following along. KD to Phoenix. I think that the Phoenix Suns are the favorites in the West. I think they are now the best team. They are very thin. So that's interesting. I'm really curious to see, I don't know if it'll happen, a Warriors-Suns matchup with the Warriors at full strength. And when I say full strength, I mean when Kevon Looney can actually play. But yeah, I think it's pretty comfortable saying that. And look, it's really close, but I think that Phoenix is the clear top team. But I mean, just think about between the Warriors, the Nuggets, the Grizzlies, the Clippers, the Suns. The NBA playoffs this year are going to be just absolutely amazing. I really hope we don't get hit by the injury or bug too bad. I think the Nets did as well as you can do for trading KD here, getting 2 very clear, like, I don't want to say high, I mean, like, high end to a degree. Like, Mikal Bridges is a high end NBA starter. Cam Johnson seems like he is. He's restricted free agent. He's going to get a boatload of money. They're going to flip Crowder. They get a ton of picks from Phoenix. They're just in a really nice spot, and they're not done making moves. They've got too many guys on the team right now. I assume they move 1 or 2 guys. I tweeted about it right now. I think trying to get Bones Highland from Denver for Dorian Finney-Smith or Royce O'Neal or something like that would be really a good move for both teams. I think trying to get one of those wings to Cleveland to fill their 3 spot would also be really good. I just don't know how much Cleveland has to give, but man, wild stuff. KD off to Phoenix. The Brooklyn Nets big 3 of Kyrie Irving, James Harden, and Kevin Durant. Already not a single one of those dudes on the team anymore. That's why when you trade all these picks, man, all those picks that Atlanta traded for DeJounte Murray down the line and swaps, and the Gobert trade, like, this shit goes tits up quick. Andrew Martinez, do I think the Mavs try to get another piece? Absolutely. Tank. Yeah, you shouldn't want that. But look, it doesn't matter where Russ goes. Him signing anywhere is probably a net negative to that team. They mentioned the Clippers yesterday. Like, you already got John Wall. You already have a bad point guard from 5 years ago. Does it matter that the picks are not protected? I mean, it matters to everybody. It matters a lot to the Nets. You can't get picks without protection like that. I'm fascinated that the Lakers were able to get only put top 4 protection on their 2027 pick they sent to Utah, which if it doesn't convey turns into just a second. I'm fascinated that they were able to get that sort of deal and keep their 2029 pick unencumbered. Well, yeah, Wall's got to be done with the Clips. If you got to bring in Russell Westbrook, that's so much better. Anyway, we got to get into this because the faster I move, the faster I can get recorded, and then I have actual stuff that I have to do. I'm going to get put to sleep shortly. So I don't have a coffee this morning because I have to fast today. I had just one lonely sip of water to be able to take to be able to take an antibiotic, but I don't know how to do the beginning of this show without it, and I really wish that I had my coffee. But anyway, virtual cheers with no coffee to you guys. Enjoy your morning drinks for me. Hit that like button if you can. Let's just get it started. We're going right to it. Shout out to BetMGM, by the way. All right, here we go. Oh, yeah. Jake Puddle back to the Raptors. Fantastic. I really wish Game of Zones still existed. This would be an incredible episode. Yeah, Helms, that's kind of where I'm at. The thing is, after 3:30, or after 3 o'clock, I'm excited for this slate. All right, here we go. Yeah, no coffee, Tank. I gotta fast. Denver Nuggets, 6.5 point favorites in Orlando, 229 total. For Denver, Q tag on Jamal Murray, which I assume he's playing. Zeke Naji is doubtful. That I don't assume is going to work out for us, but we got to assume that Murray is in for now. Which makes projecting this team out very, very easy. You know, we get 35 minutes out of Jamal Murray. We get 32 out of KCP. We get 29 out of MPJ. We get 31. We get 30 out of Aaron Gordon. 35 out of Yoke. Yeah, I didn't play last night's slate. I was in charge of dinner last night, so made a tri-tip, made some chimichurri, roasted some broccoli, and then the greatest thing that you can possibly do, made some tater tots with it. Who doesn't love tater tots? All right, let's get Chanchar in there. We'll get Bruce Brown in for his 25. Get Christian Brown in for his 20. We'll get Chanchar in for 18. And we'll just toss 3 minutes on Devon Reed. We're not going to go too crazy here. We're not going to dig in to anything major. We can't afford to do that, you know? Chimichurri and tater. The chimichurri went on the tri-tip, not the tater tots. The key for tater tots, this is my favorite dipping sauce. Sour cream and vinegar mixed together with like a heavy pinch of salt. Just tastes like salt and vinegar chips, but like souped up. So good. No pizza rolls, no. Haven't had pizza rolls in a while. Right, let me grab these rates with Jamal Murray in. KCP, Gordon, Jokic, Murray, and Porter. Helms, I cooked the tri-tip. No, I didn't smoke it. I cooked it sous vide for about 5 hours and then finished it with a hearty sear on the grill. All right, we'll go 19.5 for Aaron Gordon. We'll go 17.2 for Bruce Brown. Jamal Murray goes in for 26. ACP, 13.5% usage, gets you to 14. MPJ, just shy of 21. And Nikola Jokic, 25.25. Yeah, I don't mind the fancy sauce, JJ. Not at all. I'm a big fancy sauce guy. It's good stuff. But if you like salt and vinegar chips, I'm highly recommending a mixture of sour cream and white vinegar. Nice, Helms. I thought about finishing the tri-tip on the smoker, and then I just ran out of time. I was just gonna, do like 4.5 hours sous vide, do the final hour and a half or so on the smoker. Would have been good. All right, that's going to be Denver. Look, it's the normal Denver rotation, which we know at this point. It's not like Denver's weird, unless, trade deadline's coming up. They're going to be trading Bones for something, that's for sure. What's the ratio? So that you thin out the sour cream enough that it's like, I don't know, like a little thinner than ketchup. I don't know, like a little thinner than ranch. Stuff like that. I mean, I can give you like the actual proportions, but that's for a different day. There is leftover tri-tip. That will go in my eggs, probably for breakfast tomorrow. Let's get Orlando done, because I don't have time for the things that we're going to do here. Gary Harris, questionable. Otherwise, everybody else is available. We're going to assume that Gary Harris is in, but that has a major trickle-down effect. If Gary Harris happens to be out today, that's going to open up Cole Anthony or Jalen Suggs for a lot more minutes. There you go, T. McBee. Nailed it. I'm not going to change any rates or anything for Orlando either. So we actually know what we have here. And for the Magic, I would say I think I like Markelle Fultz the best out of anybody here. S&P. I tweeted it out before. I think you can go simpler than that. Now that we have all these wings in Brooklyn, I think you trade a Royce O'Neal, a Dorian Finney-Smith, whoever you want to pick in that area. Jay Crowder, I guess, but like one of those guys for Bones. I think you can add a guy to your 8-man playoff rotation there without affecting any of the other guys you already have. Like, I think a Bones for Dorian Finney-Smith swap is pretty balanced. And that gets you 30 more minutes of rotation 3-and-D wing, and it doesn't cost you anything for your playoff rotation. Like, to me, that's a no-brainer. Assuming the Nets have that sort of value on Bones. I'm not a big Bones Island guy, so I actually do not like Bones Island. Anyway, play Fultz. Play Franz Wagner, which is a recommendation that I give probably too frequently. Although it's not like I have him projected like it's crazy. Wendell Carter Jr. is okay for 6K. But the key piece for me here is Markelle Fultz, now that he seems to be able to play 31 minutes a game. Mark, I think that Bucks rumor was probably a little bit more when he was on Phoenix still. Not that it doesn't have to be, but I mean, look, I'd be very surprised if Jay Crowder's playing for the Nets on Friday. For Denver, 11K Jokic is going to be the guy that I have the most interest in. So don't be afraid to grab Jokic if there's enough value today. And on a trade deadline, you should expect to get a bunch of value. Game 1 in the books. Game 2, I don't even think that I should bother here. The Phoenix Suns are 6.5-point underdogs in Atlanta. Cam Johnson is now a Brooklyn Net. Mikal Bridges is now a Brooklyn Net. Yeah, I mean, the Bucks don't not like Crowder because he's on the Nets, but like all of that original talk was happening with Phoenix. You got to go now to the table with a completely different team. Okay, so for Phoenix, I mean, there's not a ton that we could really do here. Paul, Craig, Saric, Ayton. Paul, I'm guessing we're going to get Chris Paul, Damian Lee, Torrey Craig, Dario Saric, and Ayton for today. I guess. Because Book is out. All right, we're going to do this one pretty quickly. We're not going to really dig into anything too aggressive. 33 minutes to Chris Paul. I'm going to go 32 minutes to Damian Lee. 33 minutes to Torrey Craig. We're going to go 28 minutes to Dario Saric. 32 minutes to DeAndre Ayton. Jock Landale appears to be the backup center. He played straight backup. Oh, Tuesday. I was basically right. Dario Saric was essentially out of the rotation. That makes me feel so much better. I like being right when everybody else is wrong. So we get Landale in for 16 there. We're going to get Saben Lee as the backup point guard. Holy shit, we're running out of bodies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think they only have 9 guys. And one of them is an extra center. Ish Wainwright's going to have to play like 18 minutes. Who am I missing? Oh, they've got Josh Okogie too, who I guess is in. So we're going to have to get Ish Wainwright, I'm going to say 24 minutes, 23 minutes. We can get Josh Okogie the same sort of situation. That leaves me 5 extras. They could just as easy. I don't think they'll play Saben Lee and Cam and Chris Paul together. I think Damian Lee and Torrey Craig are just going to have to play a little bit more. Saric is probably actually going to have to play a little bit more. And then I'm just going to throw 2 extra minutes on Bismack Biyombo. Ooh, boy, that is a team. That is a team. I'm not going to touch any rates because it's just not worth the time right now for Phoenix. So we'll go to Atlanta. Now for the Hawks, everybody that's normally available is available. This is a team that doesn't really change up their rotation. I got John Collins in for 31 minutes. He's going to be the only piece that I assume I like. No, Mark, that's not the first decent big that KD has ever had on his team. Think about it for a bit. I mean, I guess it depends on your definition of good. That would be the question, I guess. Helms nails it. Ryan Skaggs nails it too. Whoop, there we go. Alrighty. Yeah, I mean, Ryan, that one works for me too, although I get where he's going with it. I wouldn't count Draymond, but it's the right answer as well. Also, obviously, Nick Claxton right now, but yeah, the real answer there is Steven Adams, although it was only his second year for Adams. KD played with Nick Collison. Ross, that's a good pull. EMAC, Robert Swift. That's there's another good pull. Great work, Jet. All right, for Atlanta, I'm going back to John Collins at 5,200. I don't like it at all. He's at 0.78 fantasy points per minute over the past 30 days. That's bad. He's bad. That said, 5,200 power forward center. Like, I can't really get away from it. It's not like I've got him projected all that great. Trae Young, 9,100 is a really nice price tag on a 4-game slate. And I think DeAndre Hunter is fine at 4,900 as a wing guy too. There's some value to be had here. Don't play Clint Capella and Okongwu together, but Okongwu down to 3,900 on a 4-game slate. All it takes is a little bit of foul trouble for Capella, and you're in good shape. They actually played John. Did they play John Collins at the 5 on Tuesday? I mean, in theory, they had to, right? That or Jalen Johnson. Chandre in here siding with management. That's always fun to see. Owners don't have enough. All right. So without touching any rates for Phoenix, Damian Lee for 3,200 is an absolute no-brainer, like lock button type play. Dario Saric for 3,500 is an absolute no-brainer lock button type play. I think Torrey Craig and Josh Okogie are probably pretty similar in terms of just like needing to have them. You could rotate through Chris Paul and DeAndre Ayton for sure, but the value pieces for Phoenix are insane. By the way, no contenders videos today. They are worthless on a day like today. So we're only putting out the prize picks video. Crazy, crazy value on Torrey Craig, Damian Lee, Dario Saric, and Josh Okogie. All right, we're through 2 games. I'm making good time here. If I can get out of here in the next 20 minutes, I'm actually going to have enough time to do the things that I need to do this morning. Chicago Bulls, 3-point dogs in Brooklyn, 230 total. I might not even load up Chicago. Or load up Brooklyn. So for Chicago, we got the Q tag on DeMar. Everybody else that's normally available is out. So we're going to reproject the Chicago rotation quickly. And that's going to be Ayo Dosunmu going in for, call it 28. Do something like that. We'll get Vooch in for 35. We'll get Zach LaVine in for 36. We get DeMar in for 37. We get Patrick Williams in for 30. The owners deserve a return on their investment. The Suns just sold for a $4 billion valuation. I promise you, they're getting a return on their investment. The players will destroy the league. Sean, man, you say a lot of real dumb stuff. This one might be the new tip of the spear here, though. I don't know. Who roots for management? What kind of weirdo are you? They're the entire product. They're the entire product. Dr. DFS, good morning. All right, Dragic is playing like 12 minutes a night. Kobe White's playing like 21 minutes a night. And then Caruso is playing like 21 minutes a night. Now we have Eric Jones and Drummond. Let's go something like that. Everybody's tradable. including Ben Simmons. Don't ever think that that's not the case. But no, they're not, I'd be very surprised if they trade Ben Simmons. I think they'd be fine with getting off of Ben Simmons. They're not going to give up. I would be very surprised if they gave up any assets. There's no reason to right now. There's no reason to pay to get off him. Just keep playing him. The worst case scenario is that he continues to suck and has no value. The best case scenario, you can rehab him, take another year off the deal, and it becomes a little bit more palatable. All right, so for Chicago, we're going to look at DeMar starting, Vooch starting, Levine starting. Sean, I don't think you understand how much money the owners make. I do have a crush on Daryl Morey, Mark, but that's because he followed me on Twitter and then responded to a DM. What do you want me to do, man? That's like the coolest shit that's ever happened to me. If I told childhood me the president of basketball operations for the Philadelphia 76ers is going to send me a personal message, I wouldn't believe you. So, yeah, I stand for him. Even before that. But that shit's dope. But yes, NBA owners are printing money when they sell their franchises. And they don't even have to operate in a loss if they don't want to. You can be like most of these teams that don't actually pay. Like the Hornets don't pay the luxury tax. Ever. Do you understand how big the luxury tax payments are when the Warriors have to pay like $400 million in luxury tax bills? Being under the tax is so massive. Yeah, that's what a take. What a take. Incredible. What would I do if Mark Cuban hit me up? You never would. I'd say hi. I mean, Cubes is like the original guy for me. I was into Cubes the moment he bought the Mavs. I was a massive Dirk fan from the jump. All right, so for Brooklyn, obviously Kevin Durant is no longer on this team. We're going to go ahead and ship him to Phoenix. We're also going to ship TJ Warren to Phoenix. I don't even know if it's worth breaking this down. I really don't, but I guess we're going to do that. So, assuming Brooklyn is going to be whoever they started last game, I guess, right? We're going to get Claxton, Thomas, O'Neal, Simmons, Harris. No, because we're going to get Dinwiddie now. So I assume Dinwiddie's starting over Cam Thomas. Andrew, what I mean is that's why teams like go out of their way to get out of it, because being out of the tax is a massive, massive payment from the tax teams. Like, you don't see teams go over the tax by 500,000 or $1 million and just say like, oh, shrug. They do whatever they can to get out of it because it's worth multiple millions of dollars. All right, so we're going to get Dinwiddie in. I assume he's going straight into like normal starter minutes, 33. Then we're going to get Royce O'Neal probably in for his 31. We're going to get Dorian Finney-Smith, I'm guessing, in for 30. Ben Simmons in for 27. Nick Claxton in for 33. Interesting that they played Daron Sharp. I don't know if that's going to happen again. I'm guessing we're going to get another like 28 minutes out of Cam Thomas or something. They're going to have to keep playing him. Joe Harris is going to play his normal like 24. We'll probably get like 14 out of Watanabe. Maybe like another 14 out of Edmund Sumner and a couple minutes at a day round sharp, something like that. This is another spot where like I don't really see what I can do from a rates perspective, so I'm just going to let it sail for right now. I think Nick Claxton looks really good at 7,600. Although I probably am pretty aggressively over projecting him if I had to guess. Chris, I think Ben starts. I didn't think Ben was going to start last game out, and he did. I think you replace Cam Thomas with Spencer Dinwiddie here. But again, we don't even know what the rest of this deadline looks like. If they trade one of these wings or something, then I think we probably end up getting Cam Thomas. But I just don't think we have that now. All right, that's what we're going to have for the Nets. I think it's Joe Harris as a value option, which is disgusting. Let's be clear here. I got to lock in his usage rate. Mostly Claxton and a little bit of Dinwiddie for me. Cam Thomas is 7,800. I mean, like, he's totally unplayable on DraftKings unless you know he's starting, at which point it's like a shoulder shrug. On the Bulls end, if everybody's healthy, any one of the starters are fine. There are no priorities. Let's hit up the final game. Milwaukee at the Lakers. Bucks are 5.5-point favorites. Even think about the fact that this one's ridiculous too. I guess we're not going to be doing too much here with Milwaukee, right? They're just available. Everybody's in. Joe Ingles out. So that's one minor item that we need to hit on. You know, we'll give Javon Carter a couple extra minutes. We've already got Wes Matthews in for 20. I think Marshawn Beauchamp is going to get, you know, something in that 18 range. And then Jordan Nwora probably plays a little bit. We don't have to change any rates or anything for Milwaukee. So then we go to the Lakers. The Los Angeles Lakers are going to be without Russell Westbrook, for he is now technically on no team, I guess. He's not going to be on the Jazz. So we got to replace Russ's minutes. We still get Schroeder. We still get Pat Bev. Austin Reeves can probably, didn't play all that much last time out. Lonnie Walker is going to get a bunch more playing time, that's for sure. Troy Brown gets back up to 22. Rui can have a couple more minutes. Actually filling itself out a little bit easier than I was expecting. They went back to Thomas Bryant over Wenyen Gabriel. And I'll throw 7 minutes to Max Christie. Not going to change any rates, so we are done this one. Okay, the Lakers look good. So AD, I think, is the best option from the Lakers, although competing with Jokic will make it kind of hard. Lonnie Walker for 3,100 is probably the most interesting piece of this team today. Shooting guard, small forward. LeBron's okay, and I haven't liked him a lot recently. Schroeder's okay, and I haven't liked him a lot recently. Prince hits the 6 of 6. If I would have known that you were tailing my picks, I would have assumed I got 0 right. Congratulations, though, for real. What was I about to just check out here? Yeah, also, like, don't be surprised if LeBron James doesn't play today, by the way. For Milwaukee, Giannis at 12-3 is viable. A lot of pay-up options today. Getting that right is going to be everything because you're going to need one. And if two of them go nuts, you're going to have to play a lot of garbage. Drew Holiday, I think for 7,700 looks good. Brooke Lopez, I think looks pretty good. Connaughton and Grayson Allen, both totally fine. Let's run some crunches here just to see what we have. We got to remember, though, folks, none of this shit matters today, more so than any other day. But we'll run it now. We'll see what we got. Thank you guys for being here. Make sure to hit that like button. Reminder, I'll be live at 1:30. That is my hope, at least. I really, really don't know how I'm going to feel. Again, getting a dental implant. So just imagine someone screwing a bolt into your face. It could be a problem. I have no idea if my face is going to like explode or anything. I'm going to give it my best shot to be live. I have no guarantees. I don't know if I'm going to have to just do like 20 minutes and be like, yo, I can't do this. It hurts. But we'll see. All right. Optimal lineups on FanDuel. That's where we're starting. 316.44. This is where we are now. Drew Holiday, Markelle Fultz, Damian Lee, Franz Wagner, Giannis, Josh Okogie, Torrey Craig, Dario Saric, AD. So double pay up Giannis AD because that's how much value is out there. Oh, I'm not worried about my health. I just don't know if like I know it. I've already had one done before. I got garbage teeth. So like I'm not worried about that, but the one that I had before is on the bottom. This one's on the top. So like I just don't know, if it hits a sinus or something and swelling or anything like that. I have no idea what it's going to look like. But yeah, I'll be Terry, it really is going to be like that. I got to get home and I know that I got to go to bed immediately. And if I can get like an hour and a half of sleep, I'm hoping that that'll just be enough. But I assume my face is going to hurt like crazy. I'm hoping that I'm still like relatively numb to everything and that it'll only suck after I'm done talking for 2 hours. Power rankings on FanDuel. Thank you, Larry. Thank everybody. Thank you. This is not something that I'm stressing out about. I show up, they give me a little IV, they give me the squirt, and all of a sudden I don't know where I'm at. I wake up, I think I remember what I'm doing. Wife takes me home, I pass out. It's Travis, that's awful. That is awful. Sorry about that. All right, here we go. FanDuel Power Rankings. Dario Saric, Torrey Craig, Damian Lee, Josh Okogie. Sensing a theme here. Jam in Phoenix Suns value plays. AD, Drew, Franz Wagner, DeMar DeRozan, DeJounte Murray, Chris Paul. Let's check it out on the DraftKings side, and then we'll get out of here. DraftKings optimals at a way too early 7:12 a.m. $291.72 optimal lineup by 0.19. Markelle Fultz, Damian Lee, Josh Okogie, Dario Saric, Nikola Jokic, Trae Young, Torrey Craig, AD. That's the triple pay up. Young, Jokic, and AD. Wow. If you go to the second one, they cut out Trae Young, but they turned that into Drew and Chris Paul. Whoo. Wild stuff there. This is going to be a crazy slate. I hope that I'm functional enough to play it tonight because I love 4-gamers now. That's like my new thing. I want to play this slate pretty bad. I just got to hope that I can make it to 7 o'clock tonight. There's no way I'll see that 10 o'clock game, but I desperately want to play this slate. All right. Power rankings on DraftKings. Dario Saric, Damian Lee, Torrey Craig, Anthony Davis, Josh Okogie, Drew Holiday, Nick Claxton, John Collins, Trae Young, Franz Wagner. Folks, we are done here. That is the end of this show. I appreciate y'all being here. I appreciate you guys' support for today. Humble. That I don't know what that bone is, but that sucks. I really hope that doesn't happen to me. S&P, I also hope that this procedure goes smoothly. That's it. I got to go record a prize picks video and then get the hell out of the house. Good luck, everybody. Remember, shout out to BetMGM, but remember this, 1:30 p.m. NBA trade deadline live show. Let's do it. We're out of here. Peace, guys.